What is going on, my crazy 76er fanatics? Thanks for stopping back in for another daily pod with your daily 76er discourse and discussion. Guys, went crazy at one of these most recent football games, lost my voice, but we're back with another daily pod and a daily discussion of what's going on in Philadelphia. So thank you guys for stopping in, dropping in. Please like, comment, and subscribe because at the end of the show, we will be addressing your comments. But is this team in Philadelphia, are the Sixers ready for the season? Heck no. Not right now, of course, but this team is gearing up and preparing for the season. Guys, check out their Instagram. Check out the Sixers Instagram and see what they most recently posted. Joel Embiid, Paul George, Jared McCain. It seems like every player in Philadelphia, besides a select few, were not a part of this most recent photo dump and a video montage of these guys in the gym working out together. There are some highlights in this video that some Sixer fans are already going crazy for. One of the parts of the video, Joel Embiid seems to be in the gym, in the lab, shooting jump shots, working on his post game. Matter of fact, just working on his game in general without a knee brace. That is the most exciting news for all Philadelphia fans out there because Joel typically trains and practices without a knee brace because he hates it. But the fact that they're not only posting a clip and a video of Joel Embiid in the gym recently without his knee brace, but that leads you to believe that not only is he healthy, not only is he gearing up to be prepared for the season, but everything that Nick Nurse, everything that Paul George, and everything that Daryl Morey has been saying over the summer is true. Big fella has been putting in that work. Big fella has progressing and processing through the rehab process to be ready for the start of the season or to be geared up to be in basketball shape when basketball is going to be mattering. Joel Embiid, guys, and you can check the Sixers Instagram. He's in the gym right now. Outside of Joel, it's everyone else. The other guys. VJ Edgecombe's in the video. Paul George is in the weight room, lifting, getting big. One thing you did not see much of Paul George doing, no live video, no live action. Paul George is also another player who's supposed to be recovering through the rehab process. So right now, they did have a picture of Paul George not shooting jumpers, but it could just be spot shooting. It could just be form shooting. It could be less of what you expect, but it also could be more than you can anticipate. Paul George could be healthier than you believe because he did say in a most recent stream that he's extremely healthy. You saw all the faces you want to see. VJ, Jared McCain, Trenton Wofford, Justin Edwards. You saw a lot of Sixer hopefuls in this most recent photo dump and video montage. Unfortunately, you didn't see Quentin Grimes. Where is Quentin Grimes? Now, based off of his Instagram, guys, because based off his Instagram, that's all we have. That's all we know. He's been traveling. He's been enjoying life. Quentin Grimes is expected to have a pretty penny coming his way because he's been traveling. He's been enjoying life. He's been posting like he's going to have a pretty penny coming his way. And most importantly, the most recent post he did have was him in a Sixer uniform on the court on his Instagram story. Again, guys, this is how media is covered nowadays. If a player is posting a photo of himself on Instagram, he's being cryptic for a reason. He's sending an underlying message. And the message that was being sent to Philadelphia fans, many of us believed he's returning. He's coming back. But after you put the pieces together, it's clearly obvious. He just wasn't in the gym with the squad. He knows that Joel, Paul George, Justin Edwards, VJ Edgecombe, Tyrese, Jared McCain, all the guys that you need to provide not only offensive firepower, but high usage rates this year, those guys were in the gym building chemistry, putting the work in, getting better. And he just wasn't there. He just didn't get the invite extended to him because he's not under contract yet. So all Quentin Grimes was doing was trying to get us, the fans, the people who are excited for the season to start talking about him, to start talking about how great he is, to start talking about how excited they would be for him to re-sign and join the city. That's all he was trying to do. A little more leverage, a little more control, a little more negotiating and bargaining power. That's all Quentin Grimes was up to. So where is he right now? Yeah, his exact location, guys, we don't know. But we do know he's not in Philadelphia. He's not with the team. And he's not in the gym with the squad building chemistry. He could be. at the negotiation table right now, guys, because fellow free agent Josh Giddey did sign a 4-year, $100 million contract. Now, the reason that matters is because Josh Giddey was another guy who was rumored to be interested in taking the qualifying offer. He, of course, did not do that and get signed a 4-year, $100 million deal, which is, I think, $25 million a year, which is great news for Quentin Grimes. Great news for the Sixers because, one, with Cam Thomas being a unrestricted free agent, taking the qualifying offer, Zach LaVine, James Harden, CJ McCollum, LeBron James, a lot of great players are going to be free agents next year. Josh Giddey finding not only a resolution to his deal, helps Quentin Grimes in his negotiations because Josh and Quentin Grimes had similar numbers post All-Star break. Josh Giddey was averaging 21, 10, and 10 after the All-Star break. He was the 4th highest leader in assists after the All-Star break. Quentin Grimes, who in his tenure with the Sixers was averaging 20 points as well, was averaging 6 assists as well, was being a high usage guy and was not only knocking down jump shots, but showing that he was the exact reason and exact piece this team needed. Could be a future focal piece of this squad. So if the Bulls and Josh Giddey found a way to mediate and find common ground, I think it's only more likely the Sixers and Quentin Grimes find common ground. Because with the market that it is right now, with the way that Josh Giddey played and the way that Josh Giddey could have gotten paid from his team, he could have gotten more money. Now, they all settled. They all agreed to something that was a little more manageable, $25 million a year. Quentin Grimes should not be getting Josh Giddey money. This could strengthen Quentin Grimes' argument for contract negotiations to be getting about $20 million a year. It may force the Sixers' hands on an Andre Drummond salary dump. It may. But more than likely, guys, it could also help the Sixers and Quentin Grimes negotiate a reasonable, intermediate, team-friendly deal of $15 million a year for 2 to 3 years under contract. Because a $15 million deal for 2 years, making Quentin Grimes a unrestricted free agent with a player option after the 3rd year or a player option after the 2nd year could allow Quentin Grimes to bet on himself, test the market. It's a team-friendly deal, and it also still gives Quentin Grimes the negotiation and the bargaining power a year later in the open market, a few years later, if his stock continues to rise. That could be what I see the Sixers and Quentin Grimes doing, because with the way the market is now, the way the money is for this season, and the expected free agent culmination of the free agent market next year with the CJ McCollums and the DeMar DeRozans, guys, it doesn't seem likely that a guy like Quentin Grimes is going to get paid more money next season than he would this season. So it's taking a team-friendly deal with the way the money is, the market is, the guys like Josh Giddey signing, the decisions that Cam Thomas is making. The safest bet, the best bet for both parties, $15, $16 million, maybe dumping Andre Drummond if they can find a home for him. Because if you dump off Andre Drummond, if you trade Andre Drummond, or just maybe even just find a way to buy him out, you're going to have an open power forward center position. And there have been rumors and reports that last season, when the Nets were thinking about buying out Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons found a way to reconcile their differences. The Sixers were barking up the tree of a Ben Simmons reunion. And the reports are Ben has no interest in signing with the New York Knicks. One, they don't have a lot of money to offer him. Two, the role they would be offering him probably just isn't best suited for his skill set. The New York Knicks don't have the best floor spacers. The New York Knicks don't have the best three-point shooters. And the New York Knicks already have a lot of power forward and size on that squad. Ben Simmons should be going to a team that is undersized, that doesn't have a lot of defensive firepower, and that has great floor spacing. Cough, cough, cough. Philadelphia needs to be bringing Ben Simmons home. He could be the missing piece, the ideal piece, and the ideal fit for a squad with no true point guard. They have no true initiator, no true creator. And if you're able to re-sign Quentin Grimes, keep Jared McCain healthy, allow Tyrese Maxey to revert to his true position of a scoring guard of the Allen Iverson type, the best thing you can do is re-sign and find a true point guard, which is Ben Simmons' best position. And a reunion home could not only restore the conversation around Ben Simmons, restore Ben Simmons' branding in the market, and could also maybe restore the hype of the trust the process slogan and brand the Sixer team has been behind for so many years. Trust the process. Well, how about the process comes back full circle? Joel and Ben Simmons gives it one more year, one more time, as both guys are trying to find their reclaim the greatness. That was when they were playing with each other. Guys, this could be a Cinderella story waiting to happen. Most importantly, this team does need defense, this team does need passing, and this team does need ball handling. Plus size. Ben fills way too many holes on his squad, and because the market only has minimum money to offer Ben, with Grimes, with Ben, you can get two guys with high upside potential on team-friendly deals based off the way the market is moving. This could be perfect for Philadelphia. This could be the best offseason this team has had financially and contractually in quite some time. Most importantly, guys, you need to find ways to get these guys on team-friendly deals because the Sixers have the most top money down allocation in the NBA. They have 3 players in the top 50 of contracts in the NBA, and they're on the same squad. They have some of the most contract allocation to the top, working its way down with Joel Embiid, Paul George, and Tyrese Maxey. The best thing they can do is find some team-friendly deals for these players who have high upsides to provide. Ben Simmons, who's still only 28. Quentin Grimes, who's only 25. You know what I'm talking about, guys. And speaking of what I'm talking about, guys, what have you guys been talking about? Have you left a comment? Did you like? Did you comment? And did you subscribe? I want to shout out Win Forever Records, who says keep them coming. All right, these podcasts, we got daily discussions, guys. So as we discuss these topics for Philadelphia Daily, leave a comment daily. It's a conversation for the people, brought to you by the people, for you guys. A channel for you guys. Sean C. says, Sixers, please get rid of Joel Embiid and Paul George. The team needs to be younger. The team needs a better center and a more powerful forward with size shooting. Here's what I'll say about that. Getting rid of Paul George could be the best thing for this team because his efficiency is dropping. His efficiency is taking a huge hit. Getting rid of Joel Embiid, who is still, when he is on the court, a 25-point-per-game player, the most dominant, the most unstoppable, and the best offensive player this team has, just doesn't seem to be make the most sense. Plus, centers are in high demand right now. You need a dominant center to be a dominant team in this NBA, and why would you get rid of one of the most dominant centers for a younger guy who's going to have to go through the learning curves, the learning bumps, and most importantly, he's just not going to be ready to provide winning basketball on a consistent basis until he goes through those obstacles. Keep Joel, get rid of Paul, and find a way to get Lauri Markkanen the ball and in Philadelphia. Lauri Markkanen is the best thing in the NBA, the best kept secret and the most hidden talent in the NBA that Philadelphia needs to get their hands on, guys. Like, comment, and subscribe, and figure out a way to get Daryl a piece of Lauri Markkanen in Philadelphia. Guys, a channel for the people, brought to you by the people, and when the voice comes back, we'll be screaming once again. Thank you guys for stopping back in.